Hey everybody, thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is Varouche and this is the Pick a Card channel, youtube.com/pickacard. I want to make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. I'm going to do a very special reading for you guys. What's in store for the rest of 2019. I'll provide you special messages to guide you in the latter part of the year. You can choose from 3 different options, number 1, number 2, and number 3. If you don't like the option that you chose, make sure to choose another one for a more resonant energy. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe to make that energy real. And let's begin your reading, okay? So we're going to start with number 1. I'm going to move the other cards to the side. We're going to go rather fast today. So your first message is, if you chose number 1, the rest of 2019 will have express love through gifts. Oh, hello. So many of you are having birthdays, I suppose. Happy birthday. Giving a small token to someone expresses your love to them. And remember, at the end of 2019, we have an eclipse on December 26th. And so this is the day after Christmas. So remember this message for Christmas time. This is your year to be Santa Claus, apparently. Let's take a look at your crystals, your cards. So your first message is the 3 of Cups. You're going to face a reunion. So there's a reunion available for you. You're going to be very excited to do this. I think that if you are going into to have a reunion, it's very good to come prepared. I have a feeling that if you reunite with someone, the other person will bring a gift for you. So if you are not prepared, then you will feel awkward for not having brought a gift. The next message is a Fool. So there's going to be a reunion or a celebration that leads itself into some kind of new beginning, and a new beginning that you're excited about, a new beginning that opens up a lot of different opportunities for you in new directions. Then we have the 10 of Cups, fulfillment of wishes. I feel as though you're going to really bond with someone much deeper than you anticipate. So I feel like you will go to a celebration or party just thinking it's casual. You'll bring a present because I told you to, and you'll be very, very surprised to find out how strong that connection is or how strong your experience is there. Overall, over the next 3 months, your family life is going to be very, very positive and emotionally supportive. A family member may be leaving, however. They may be traveling far away or relocating somewhere far away as well. And so this is your celebration together to kind of celebrate the fact that you know each other, and like a bon voyage party. Anyway, so here is the next card. We have the 8 of Cups, 8 of Hearts. Okay, so I feel like stress levels are on the mend. I feel like you've had a very stressful time earlier this year, but now things are much better. I sense a lot of happiness, joy, smiling, and laughing. So there's a real positive energy in the way of happiness, joy, and feeling satisfied and feeling calm. In that space, I think that you will feel a lot more calm regarding your circumstances, and I feel like you will no longer care about the things that you cared about very recently. So things that made you very stressed out, you no longer care about. I feel as though it's very important for you to bring this gift to the party. The download just came down again. Bring a gift, because the other download was that if you bring a gift, you will save yourself time with this person who you're giving the gift to, because that's going to create a bit of a shortcut. You're going to sort of bring in their energy faster with bringing this gift before you kind of connect. And if you don't bring a gift, then it's going to take time to kind of regroup the same energy. So essentially, by bringing like a box of chocolates or some flowers or whatever it is, you're going to kind of get by not having to deal with interpersonal things as much as you would if you didn't bring the gift. You're just going to warm that person up so much. So remember, in the next 3 months, if there is a party, you're supposed to bring a gift, even if it's not been arranged for, if you feel like that is a polite thing to do. for someone. And I have a sense that the person who received it will be very surprised that you brought it. They will be very excited, and they will have you will automatically win a fan. You will automatically win a friend. So it'll be a very, very easy way for you to really start a new beginning on the right foot. Okay? And that will lead into no longer feeling so stressed about the past and feeling much more confident in your current surroundings. The next message is the Queen of Wands. I feel as though you go to a party, you're going to get very dressed up. I think you're going to look great. There's going to be this feeling that people see you and they're like, oh, wow, number one, you look so good. You must be on top of the world. You must be so successful. And I feel like the Queen of Wands, which is you, will be standing there or sitting there and thinking to yourself like, gee, really? I didn't even realize I was doing that well. You might actually feel terrible inside, and I have a feeling that some of you might have actually just cried when you hear that. So you're like weeping about something, crying, whatever, and you go to a party and someone says, wow, you really have it together, but it's the presentation that is so successful, and then you'll be very surprised by that observation. But you will feel very separate from the environment. It's almost like you'll go to the party, you'll look great, you'll laugh, and you'll have fun. But while you're there, you'll be sort of thinking to yourself like, wow, like I'm really getting away with this. Nobody knows how things are. So there's this feeling of awkwardness in a social situation. The next message is the Nine of Cups, Jupiter and Pisces. So this is fulfillment of wishes. I feel as though you had really hoped to be very close with someone or a group of people. I feel like that's coming to you now. And then we have the Ace of Rods, the new beginning, passionate new beginning towards a new direction. When you release your attachment to something that you cared a lot about before, remember I mentioned this before about not caring so much, not being as affected because your mood's improved and you feel like you're no longer so desperate. Like maybe in the past you had felt desperate that there was not enough family, not enough friends around. So when someone treated you poorly, you kind of held on to that for a longer period of time, or you felt more vulnerable and more exposed. Well, when you let go of those feelings, now that you're feeling supported and maybe somebody comes back, someone from your family or someone you really trust or rely upon, when all these things come to pass, then you are going to care less. And when you disattach that attachment, then you will begin a new beginning in a wonderful new direction, something that you should be very excited about. So I feel like you will have a lot of fun in this direction. This is something that is a lot of fun. And for some of you, this will be in part a heart-based connection with someone else that involves intimacy, because the Ace of Rods is intimacy. Here is the next message. We have the King of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, secondary transits in Fire, Sag, Leo, or Aries. This could be the person who you will be seeing this fall, or maybe this is an aspect of who you are this fall. This king has achieved a lot and he is very confident. He is the person who expresses himself through gifts. So this is why I was wondering if this is not you. But I feel like you could also possibly be meeting this person, and this person will really enjoy receiving gifts from you, but there will be a very strong emotional connection between you and this person. In fact, I could see you meeting this person at a party. You're looking your best, you run into this person, things hit it off, and things go from there. If that's the case, I feel like for many of you, this relationship will evolve to something very, very special and long-term. The next message is the Jack of Wands, or Jack of, Wands. And so I feel as though, okay, so there could be an intermediary hookup that you go through before you make this connection with someone who's going to stick around longer. So you may have a flirtatious adventure, or you may have a date, or you might have something a little extra, but whatever it is, you may have a quick kind of connection with someone But then very quickly, it's not going to be very emotional or last a very long time. And in fact, there's a really high chance that the other person will sort of dip out on you. But I don't think you'll care. I think that this is going to be only secondary to the things that you care about, namely your connection with this King of Pentacles, whoever it is. You're over the moon about this person, and so give them gifts. Okay, number one. Here is the next card. We have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. This could be like running away from love, so you want to make sure that you're not acting through like a jaded temperament where you're sort of rejecting a relationship before it has a chance to reject you. I don't feel as though this is a relationship that will be full of rejection or abandonment. I feel like this is someone who's waiting for you to have enough kind of guts to be able to confirm it and to in some way be there with this person and be present and committed. So I don't think you're dealing with wishy-washy people. If anything, this could be you, frankly. Now, don't get mad, but you could be kind of running away from something that's kind of a good deal because you feel maybe still processing feelings about the past and kind of spooked about how long you held on to the last relationship you were in. And so now you're a little bit shy to start a new dynamic. But this unrequited love has a lot to do with your feelings and disposition. This isn't about being rejected by someone. This is really about working through feelings of expecting people to reject us. Do you know how quickly, right from the start, you have this abundant love energy that is being brought into your life, affirmative of relationships? Both of these cards are. So the environment around you is trying to encourage you to trust the people around you, trust your love relationships. One thing I just realized about the gifts, expressing yourself through gifts, I think what it means is that maybe you won't have the capacity to express yourself through other feelings like love. So maybe through the next several months, your go-to will be gifts. And that's okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be fancy gifts. They can be an apple. You can bring someone an apple. You can bring someone an umbrella if you live in Vancouver or somewhere where it rains. So it can be something sweet and endearing, but maybe this is your capacity for the next 3 months to just simply give little tokens of affection and keep pretty quiet about your fears until they subside. I don't know. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. If you don't like this option, choose number 2 or 3. I'm going to get going and do those now, okay? Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the next option. I rather reuse cards so that everyone gets the same chance for the same message. Here is your option if you chose number 2. If you chose number 2, your core energy is be supportive for the next 3 months of 2019. Make a genuine effort to show you care. So someone around you needs help and support, maybe a little bit of attention or affection. This is your time to be a leader and to rise to the challenge. And I feel like someone needs to know that you're thinking about them or that you're willing to step in and to help them. I feel like that's going to be very important for them. Here is your first card. We have the 10 of Wands. So if you chose 2, you're finishing up a lot of tasks. This is a card that I think says that you should probably finish all your outstanding things by the end of the year. So you're you have a timeline. I would even recommend that you complete everything that you have outstanding before December 7th. That's when Jupiter enters into Capricorn, and that's when things will really, really kick off. So you want to make sure that you're going through and steadily working on whittling down and away your liabilities or anything that you have outstanding. We have the Queen of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. I think you're entering into a time when you will have a lot of financial prosperity. You're also very, very close to reaching the accumulation of an energy that you have been working for a very long time. So you have been working towards being this best version of yourself for quite a long time, and whatever it is that you're completing now towards that is the last few things. So put in that energy and you will be able to enjoy the full maturation of the earth-based energy within you, and you will look great, you will be super composed, and you'll be available for people around you for help and support. Here is the message. We have the Three of Pentacles, which is Mars in Capricorn. I feel as though you might be thinking about going to work to help support someone else. I'm not sure if this is your husband or another family member, but I feel like you're really considering taking the next step in commitment towards helping family members or someone that you feel commitment to. So you're going to pick up extra shifts, you're going to save some money, maybe it's for your kids, maybe it's for someone else, but I feel like you are going through a transition over the next 3 months. These are the past liabilities and these are the new things you're about to become. You're going to be working in a capacity that you're very good at and you're going to be appreciated, but it's going to be for the purpose of supporting someone else. The next message is the Two of Rods. You're going to meet someone at work. There's going to be a love connection between you and someone else at work. And I feel like that's only going to come if you complete all your tasks by December 7th and you're fully composed and you've got your rest, you've been sleeping well, all of those things. So make sure to take care of that. And I feel as though you're going to connect with someone in a very, very profound way. It's not going to be like humble bragging. This is going to be your genuine way of being. And when you are in that genuine moment of helping someone else, doing you the best, or taking care of yourself, feeling confident that you have completed all your work, then I feel like you're going to have a connection with someone who's exactly on the same page as you are. So this person with whom you're connecting with will be kind of doing the same thing in the same way. So these kinds of things, helping others, it's something that we do quietly, right? It's something that we don't announce. So when you run into someone who's doing that same thing, it's a very special moment, because that means that you and they at the same time are sort of kind of in a quiet way doing something that's very special and very kind, and that's probably pretty attractive to each other. So I think there's a natural connection almost immediately between you and this person, and I feel like it's serendipity, so it's not planned, and it's just a chance meeting, a chance happening around work when you're in the zone working really, really hard. The next message is the Fool. This is a very important card for the next few months. So complete something and begin a new phase of life. Some of you are turning over a new leaf. You're going to change your look up completely. I think that before you do so, again, finish everything that you've had to do up until now. Maybe finish, if you're quitting your job, for example, finish your job, then change your look. Be a little bit ceremonial about it. You may change your look on a full moon or maybe with a new moon, depending what kind of energy you want to use. But definitely make it into like a big deal. Complete everything you can so that energy is closed from the past and you don't have to revisit it, and then step into the new opportunities that are coming up for you and start thinking about the future. The next message is the Five of Cups. So you've been plagued with a broken heart. You've been plagued with feeling sad. And I feel like maybe it's been happening for a while, so much so that a portion of your friends has the same kind of disposition or has a tendency in this direction. So when we have depression or sadness for a very long time, like any other state, including happiness, we tend to bring in more people who are also in that energetic state. So when we're really happy, we bring in more happy people. When we're really down, we bring in more down people. It's just the way it is, just the way the world is. So I feel like there is this sadness that you're working through. I feel that's why you're jumping into work really, really intensely, because you're hoping to work your way through the sadness or the disappointment regarding a situation. I feel like it's sadness towards the people around you. I think you're really ready for a new beginning in this fall, and I think that you're heading straight there, but I think your mind keeps on sort of trickling back, and that's why it's important for you to finish everything you need to finish as soon as possible. The next message is the 10 of Pentacles. Wow, this could be your husband that you're meeting. Now, please don't go through the fall looking over your shoulder and seeing if that's the one. Go through and enjoy whatever it is that you're doing by being in that moment fully, because when you're not paying attention, then you are reacting to every situation in an organic way, and that's leading you into flow. Flow is the energy that you want to get connected with. It is the Dharma, so the direction you're supposed to go. And when you're not thinking about it, it's like walking and looking at your feet, or running and looking at your feet. If you do so, you're going to fall. So you want to look ahead of you, and likewise, you want to look ahead when you're working, and then life will happen around you much faster than if you're looking around and second guessing every person on the street, like, are you the one? Because that's going to scare away the one, right? So you want to chill, and you want the energy to flow in and bring you to them and have that organic moment, have that connection. And so you have the 10 of Pentacles. This person is very, very loyal to you, very, very fast. It's almost like this person had always wanted to have marriage, always wanted to, they just needed that piece of the puzzle. This really feels like a piece of the puzzle has come together for two people, and they instantly know how they feel about each other, okay? And if it's not romance, then it's an instant friendship, instant best friend, instant connection, someone you see eye to eye with. Here is the next message. We have the 4 of Swords. So then you're going to get your rest. You're going to be doing some deep soul searching here about the type of people that bring you down and whittle away at your happiness. And I think that that's going to help you to decide to not accept those kinds of situations. I think that you had been badgered for a while with difficult situations, heavy situations, things bringing you down. And I think that those situations, now that you are separate from those situations, all the things that you've been carrying for years, you're sort of separate from it now. So you're reflecting upon those circumstances, and you're promising to yourself you're going to keep up your boundaries, and next time you won't put yourself in this situation that can last so long. So it's almost like, it feels like you found yourself in this situation before you even knew any better. So you lived through it, saw it to its maturation, saw it to its completion, and now you're moving on. And so here is your rest. One more card today. We have the Hierophant, which is the 5 of Pentacles. I feel as though you're going to seek out a new tribe. I think that you're going to spend a lot of time with new people, new tribe, new friends, new social connections. I think you know them, and I think you'll also meet new people through this new person that you've met here. Here is the last card, the Clarity, the Romance Angels. And we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I have a feeling that this is a lot of you working on yourself and personal boundaries. I think that, yeah, definitely showing someone you care is very important. But I think that the main way that you're going to show them you care is by taking care of yourself. This is throughout this whole reading over and over again. Get your work done. Self-care, reconciliation. I have a strong vision of you just standing up for yourself and not even wondering what they're going to judge you for, not wondering if they like you, not wondering if they like you back, being so confident within yourself that it does not matter what they think, because only the people who confirm you, who are there for you to be with you, are the ones that you care about. And those are not the people who are going to renege you or reject you or anything like that. So you have no space in your heart for feeling lowly because someone didn't accept you. I think that there may have been someone in the past who maybe taught you some bad things. I think you've had some bad friends recently, or maybe in the past. And likewise, maybe you've had some friends who have taught you some things that are like bad ways of thinking of things. And so I feel like as you gain distance from those bad habits, I'll call them habits, you step towards the people that are worthwhile. They're really just around the corner. They're all around you now. And I think that you'll reconnect with them once again as you regain your energy. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. Choose number 2 or 3 if you want to choose another option. I'm going to go over and do number 3, but make sure to support your environment and be supportive to yourself. Okay? Now we're going to take a look at number 3. Let's take a look at your reading. As you guys know, I'm reusing the cards just so everybody gets equal shot at the same cards. Here is your first message. Number 3, we have faith. Ooh, this has been coming up a lot for number 3s. So, trust your faith in this situation. Have faith. Okay. So, have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. Okay, so number 3. I think that you're going to have to look beyond the things that are happening to you in the day-to-day. The real answer for you is beyond what's happening like every moment. In fact, I think that you're working towards something greater than everything around you right now. You're on a much bigger journey, and there is a much broader future for you than you can see or I can see. So you're really at the beginning of some journey. It really feels like there's a lot ahead of you, and it feels like some of the things that you're interacting with are not necessarily the things that you need to worry about. So if they're seeming sort of out of place, I think it's because you're in a transition where you're moving towards like a new adventure, new direction. You are moving in this direction, but some of the things from the past make it seem like you're not, and you need to have faith that it is what you're doing. You are going in a positive direction. Here is the next message. We have the 6 of Rods. You've been victorious with something. It was a very, very lucky thing, and I feel like somebody helped you out to sort of pull you out of a dynamic that was within a hair of going in a bad direction. You said something at the right time. Someone said something at the right time on your behalf, and there was suddenly clarity, just like a lightning strike. This is the card of the Tower in this deck. Just like a lightning strike, something hit your life and clarified a situation. I feel like the truth came out about something for you. The next card is, we have the Ace of Rods. So there's high intimacy. Everybody's getting this card. High intimacy. When the truth comes out, it paves the road for you towards success. It's like a clear road to success in the direction that you're going. And that's what you've been sort of waiting for. There was like a lack of clarity, or maybe somebody needed to say something. You know how you can streamline things if you just have someone to vouch for you, or if someone clarifies, it just opens the road before you. I think that that's what's happening here. I think that there will be a point of clarification, and whatever roadblocks you've been facing, they're going to be over. There's also a chance for intimacy. We have the Queen of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, secondary transits in water, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. I have a feeling that you are going to be not naive regarding the outside world, and I feel like you will be very, very selective over the next 3 months in terms of who you give your attention to. We have the 5 of Cups next. You're avoiding disappointing situations that have gotten you into this situation in the first place. So you got very lucky with something. We already said that. And I feel like you learned your lesson from that situation, and you're not going to put yourself in another situation in which you may not be so lucky next time. So there's this real strong armor that you're putting up, emotional armor, in order to protect yourself, because you're seeing the world around you for its pitfalls, and you see the social environment around you for anything that is problematic or dangerous in it, and you're like, I'm not going to let myself be near that, okay? But you're still having faith. You may in some some way throughout the next 3 months feel as though you're discouraged. And this card is saying, like, hold on. If you're feeling discouraged, I think you're dealing with very complex energy. I think you're dealing with intense energy. And I think that you sort of have, the message was the cat's been let out of the bag. So there's clarity regarding a situation. And so you're holding tight towards the direction you're going. And it feels trepidatious. And I think you're wondering whether or not this situation is going to pan out. This is your doubt regarding the situation. But I think that you really need to, like, hold your course steady, because you're already moving in that direction. So the energy has already been expelled to get you going in the right direction. And that's, just hold the direction that you're going. It's almost like on a boat. Don't touch anything. The wind is pushing you in the right direction. Here is the next message. We have the King of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. You might unexpectedly hear from someone from the past. Someone wants to extend towards you kindness and support. I feel as though from nothing starts something, which means that very likely this King of Pentacles you already know. He may be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, secondary transits in fire, but he could be any other sign as well. Here is the next message. We have the Jack of Rods. So I feel as though the situation that you're really dealing with is inconsistency from other people. And I think this fall what you're going to do is, because you're still fresh out of some disappointment where people weren't living up to their expectations, you're a little bit skittish. And so you're running away from any potential emotional threat. So you are a little jaded, and you're going to be very hardline in the fall, but that hard line is going to work itself out. And what I mean by that is you're going to be a hardliner. You're going to really protect yourself and not allow any emotionally dangerous situations to come into your life. And if anything comes in that's kind of emotional, you'll run away. And that's one way of dealing with things, but it's not very sustainable, because that way you'll isolate yourself. So as the months go on, I think that you'll be working through your feelings of wanting to get out of there, and then stopping yourself in your track and trying to assess what kind of situations you need to leave and what situations you need to kind of hang out and give a little more time to. And so it's kind of that instinct to run away you're working on over the next 3 months. We have the 8 of Wands. Some encouraging message is coming to you. Somebody got burned, and when they got burned, I feel like they had a life lesson, and so they're going to want to share with you that life lesson. I feel like someone who got burned by another friend and is now contacting you with kind words, not to gossip, but because maybe this person stopped seeing you so much because they were too busy with someone else, and now that person has burned them, and now they're kind of coming back around because they've learned their lesson a little bit. I don't think it's a malicious thing. I just feel like someone's back around, a friend is back around because they've gone in a different direction, and now they're coming back around. If this is your partner, it could very well be that as well. Someone's coming back in and laying it on thick, but I think the reason for that is that they've learned a life lesson, a love lesson in another direction. So you're going to have to decide about that, especially since your theme right now is the Jack of Rods. That has a lot to do with infidelity. So if you're dealing with people being inconsistent, even if it's not your love interest, you are a little sensitive to people that are sort of wishy-washy here, there, everywhere. And so when this person comes back around, you might just kind of take your time with how you feel about it. You're going to take your time with how much you welcome it in. The next message is the 2 of Rods. This feels like Cyrano de Bergerac, which is a play in which a man who's kind of not attractive tells a beautiful man how to talk to a girl. So here's the man who's not attractive. Here's the man who's attractive talking to a girl. and he's using Cyrano's words in order to woo her, right? But there is this definite connection, or somebody with a lot of good faith is sending someone in your direction to help you out, to increase the energy, to improve the energy. If this person is not actually coming in right now, then this person, if this person is not actually coming in right now, then this person is energetically sending positive energy. And so there'll be little events throughout the next few months that will kind of help you along the way. The reason they're coming up in your life is that someone's praying for you. Somebody is hoping for you. Before they thought one thing of you, I think that the truth sort of came out, and now they think something else. Here is the next message. Now they see the truth, right? And the truth is positive. And meanwhile, you had been disappointed by other people because the person who should be paying attention is not there, and so you're dealing with fluff. You're dealing with people that are inconsistent, and that's why you're probably working through this at this time. You have to work through things in order to get rid of them, find closure. So don't be afraid that you're going to get hurt. You've been hurt in the past, and now you are in some way really learning to understand what inconsistency is. You're learning what flakiness is, what ghosting is, so that you don't allow it to hurt you anymore. You're really thinking about things from an empowered place rather than an emotional place. And so therefore you can really, really take a look at the circumstances you've been involved in the past, how they let you down, and how to avoid them. So it's that mature way of looking at things. Your last card, I'm going to give you one more, hold on, is the Eight of Pentacles, Sun in Virgo. I feel as though there is going to be a natural connection between you and someone else. And I feel like there will be a lot of application of effort towards a specific outcome. So to learn a skill, there will be a lot of effort made in order to do a job well. I think that you're taking your responsibility on your own shoulders, and that is allowing you to be more powerful in this situation. I feel as though someone around you is also helping and facilitating your empowerment. Here is the next message we have. The true love. This is the love of a lifetime. This is the romance of a lifetime, my favorite card in this deck. So it looks like maybe you're going to have a chance meeting. Don't get caught up in the details, number 3. If I would name this video anything, I'd be like, it'd be called Don't Get Caught Up in the Details. I think you're heading in the right direction, and you need to let go of some of these things that are kind of plaguing your mind. I think that what's going on is that whatever you want to happen, and this is in the interpersonal social realm, whatever it is that you are hoping so much, have faith for to happen so much in your life, and it might be true love in the sense of a romance, but it might be something other, something for yourself, like an achievement or a goal. I feel like you're getting distracted by minor energy. So people who are not supposed to be core to your life, you're giving too much room and too much interjection. And I feel like you're working through that in the next 3 months. I feel as though someone who had a bad opinion of you is now going to have a good one. And I think that they have like a low-key attraction towards you. Now, if you're in a relationship, don't worry, it's not a third-party situation, but there is definitely someone who feels desire towards you, which really warms them up towards you, which makes them nicer towards you and more willing to help you out. But I feel like there is a subtext to this person's presence. I think that there are deeper feelings involved, and maybe even a deeper understanding. If it's not this person, then this person is your catalyst towards achieving love and making that connection. But it's about quieting your life down here in the next 3 months so that you can receive and you're not distracted by a bunch of things that are superficial or not relevant. Okay? So get your work done. Stay positive. Don't get distracted by the little things. Things are working out for you in the back end. And I feel like you're really moving towards an energy of true love. It's a very special time for you. and get ready to celebrate. All those petty people, all those petty relationships, friendships, and love are no longer relevant. You're just letting go of the feeling that you have to run from connections because they're not trustworthy. I think you're going to see over the next little while that you can build that trustworthy energy from within, by focusing on your own skills and what you contribute, and waiting for the right energy to come towards you until you have your true love. If you like this option, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. If you want to choose a different option, choose number 1 or 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice 2019. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.